Welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at the top 30 cryptocurrencies by market cap. We'll start with Leo token at number 22, followed by Chainlink, Monero, Cosmos, Stellar, Ethereum Classic, OKB, and then we'll end it with TONcoin at number 30. Let's get straight into it. Leo against BTC. We still have our target over here at 9888. We're at 12,000, so we're still expecting 10,000 to be breached. So more downside is to be expected. Look at the volume that has already entered. Whew. Wheels have entered the chat. But I still feel that there could be much more downside for Leo against BTC because we're already in a bearish trend. Sure, we could see rallies and all, but I feel that even if we do rally, it's going to result in potentially much more downside for Leo against BTC. So be very careful about rushing in, right? Leo against USD. Yeah, we tried breaking above the skinny pink line, but we got slapped back down. There's a rally up, and yeah, we're just mucking around. There's just nothing much for us to go on with for Leo. Link, okay, Link is one of the solid coins, and Chainlink has already completed 5 waves down, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's already 5 waves down. We've already taken out these lows. When it was still here, we were like wondering, what kind of a wave 5 are we gonna get? Is this gonna be something like this? Retrace a little bit and then we go higher, this kind of a falling channel, or was it going to be this type of a falling channel, right, where the dip takes out this low, right? The dip didn't take out this low, right? It's just 3 and then we're out, right? This was 5, and so eventually Chainlink turned into a 5-wave move towards the downside, and we are conforming to the falling channel very nicely. But the only question we have is, where's the bottom? Is this the bottom? We are not sure. We're not sure. We would love it if we could see some buying pressure coming in, right? We severely oversold. Yeah, we're severely oversold. But still, there's just no clear, tradable chart pattern, no clear bullish reversal for Chainlink against Bitcoin, but we know that this is already 5 waves, right? So if let's say, for example, you want to take a risk over here, I don't know about that. There is that possibility that we could still drop lower though. I don't know how many more percent, 20% maybe? Again, we don't have any targets for Link BTC, but we could be very near the end of the bottom for Link against BTC. Link against USD, okay, we like what we see for Chainlink, right? We saw a mountain range over here. We drop lower, and now we're zipping back higher. So, ooh, we like this. And the moment we zip back up above the resistance line, that's it. We consider the bearishness to be gone, right? It's no longer bearish for Chainlink against USD. And so now we go back to the drawing board, right? We remove everything, and then we start drawing resistances. Wait, okay, so this is not. So, okay, we'll have to wait for Chainlink to complete the proper reversal chart pattern first. So what we are assuming, what's going to happen is that we might get something like this, right? This would be the most beautiful thing that we could get, right? A beautiful textbook perfect type of an inverse head and shoulders. But at this point of time, we are just not sure, right? Things could be switching bullish for Chainlink. We kind of like what we see, to be honest. The Link BTC pair completing 5 waves. Chainlink USD probably completing 5 waves as well, right? You can assume this is a 1 down, up, 2 down, 3. This whole thing is a 4. We came down for a 5. It's a 5 wave, and now we are rallying up, right? And even for this rally, I could count 5 as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very likely there should be some sort of a retrace, but I'm not so sure when the retrace is going to come. But this rally, I don't know, I feel like it's about to end, so we might just hit the skinny pink line, boop, and then we see some sort of a retrace for Link against USD, right? So maybe even when the retrace comes, might be the signal to make an entry, right? Again, we're still not too sure how much higher it's going to go, but I'm going to assume that we're very close to the end for Chainlink for this rally, right? So, I mean, of course, we could always just pop up as well, for sure. But I would expect a wave 2 to come on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this is already a 1. Very likely a 1 that's about to complete. So, yeah, probably a retrace. So this retrace is where we pick up some Chainlink for the long term. If of course, if it happens, right? But yeah, Chainlink is a solid project. If you were to ask me, based on what I'm seeing on my screen, right? What would be considered as solid projects? I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I can count 5. 5 projects over here. Chainlink is one of the 5. So I would think that, yeah, Chainlink should be eventually, right? Tell me, of course, I could be wrong. Should be eventually recovering back and eventually form big all-time highs, right? Right now we're at $6. One day, I don't know how much it's going to go to $100, $200. So $6 is a steal, to be honest. We might drop back down to $5. Again, I'm not too sure whether if this is the bottom, but I would assume that we're very close to the end. So, yeah, I mean, if you don't mind holding Chainlink for like years, right, $6 is not going to make much of a difference, right? But of course, if Sergey changes, you know, then of course things are going to be different. But chances are, yeah, I like Chainlink. I think Chainlink is one of the very few solid projects. Monero against BTC. Here's Monero. Again, we're still expecting Monero to drop a little bit lower, completing a very nice ABCDE before we break out higher. We still expect these lows to be taken out. There was a zip down. How do we? Yeah, no, it's just not so clear. Maybe. Again, we're not too sure ourselves. So yeah, this whole thing could also turn into an inverse head and shoulders for Monero. Yeah, no. Monero BTC is the next for us. Monero against USD. Yeah, so Monero already took out these highs, right? This was something like a head and shoulders. We already took out these highs, so I'm just going to assume that this target is already invalidated because we took out these highs, right, of the head and shoulders, right? I mean, of course, this whole thing could turn into an even bigger head and shoulders as it heads lower, right? But we're already above the skinny pink line. We've went above the skinny pink line once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. Will we consolidate and continue higher? Drop back lower? We're not too sure. But rules are rules, and yeah, once it's gone, we take out the highs, we move on. And yeah, we're just going to remove the resistance line here and a resistance line here so that we don't get clouded. And yeah, is there any way where we could turn bullish? Yeah, look at this, right? It could be asymmetrical as well, right? If this is a very slow crawl down, then yes, this could be a E, right? A, B, C, D, we get an E. That's it. Sayonara! Yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see how it goes, but yeah, I think Monero could still go both ways, to be honest. So there we go. I still think it's the next coin for us. Atom against BTC. Here we are for Atom. I'm not sure what Atom is doing. I feel like we could still take out these lows over here. We're very close to taking out these lows. Zip lower, take out these lows, and then maybe zip another lower, take out these lows. So yeah, I don't think Atom is a wise move yet. Not yet. Eventually, hopefully, but not yet. Atom USD. What in the world is this? What in the world is this? We're not too sure what Atom USD is doing. No clear tradable chart patterns. Could this be a very big, right? A, B, C kind of a, okay. Yeah, could be a 3-wave move towards the downside, right? Again, we're not too sure. You can connect this. Oh my god. So yeah, this could really be mountain 1. We could get a mountain 2, 3, still drop lower, right? We have been rallying, but this is a very weak rally to me. So I don't really like what I'm seeing for Atom. So yeah, be very careful. We were hopeful over here though that Atom could do something like this and continue higher, but yeah, we drop lower instead. So the moment we take out these lows, right, it's no longer asymmetrical, and things switch bearish for Atom, right? If anything, I would be anticipating the possibility of mountain ranges as it heads lower. Stellar Lumens, XLM against BTC. Here we are for Stellar. Stellar hit our targets at 293, and after that, strong rally. Do we see hope? Yes, sir. We do see hope for Stellar Lumens. Our hope is that we get we come down for a C. Would be awesome. We get a D, E. That's it. But it's still too early to tell, though. I mean, of course, we could still, do something like this, inverse head and shoulders, zip up above the skinny pink line. Of course. But from what I gather, right, there are a lot of things happening behind the scenes for Stellar Lumens, right? It's actually public knowledge, but nobody really does research into it. But yeah, there are a lot of things, in my opinion, happening behind the scenes for Stellar Lumens, and I think it has potential, right? Stellar Lumens against USD. Here we are. We still have our 7 cents target. We were saying that once you take out these highs over here, right, something like a descending triangle, we broke lower, broke up, and eventually we took out where's these highs, right? So I still think that we should take out these highs first before we switch uber duper bullish for Stellar Lumens, right? And we are also in a very, very controlled correction. This is the kind of correction that we want to see. Very slow controlled dip, right? When we rise up, it's a pew, blast off. Slow, very slow controlled dip, right? You might not know it when suddenly poof, it just starts spiking out again. Of course, we could be wrong, and of course, things could just start collapsing back down, right? And this could be a very big mountain range, but I would expect potentially, yeah, Stellar to continue higher as well. Not too sure though. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I can't say with full certainty that Stellar is gonna reverse, but yeah, you can argue that this is a double or triple bottom, right? So yeah, but I still feel we're gonna take this out though. So we have mixed feelings about Stellar Lumens, right? There you go, Stellar Lumens. Moving on, Ethereum Classic against BTC. Here we are, Ethereum Classic. Ooh, yeah, there was a spike back up, but yeah, the bullishness is gone, right? We have been tracking Ethereum Classic against BTC, but the moment we took out these lows, that's it. We switched our bias to bearish. We were truly fully under the skinny pink line, and things are pretty bearish. There's also a shooting star over here, almost looking like a gravestone, but it's a shooting star. Yeah, it's not good, boys and girls. It's just not good. I think that Stellar Lumens could still drop lower. I don't think this is it for ETC. Sorry, Ethereum Classic. What am I talking about? Stellar. Excuse me. Ethereum Classic against USDT. Yeah, we've hit a skinny pink line again. Something looking like a gravestone, right? Shooting star gravestone means that there's still selling pressure, pulling the price lower. Any clear signs of a reversal? Nope. Did we take out these highs? Yeah, we took out these highs. So it takes out the bearishness of the mountain range, right? The moment we zip back up, because if you move up to the higher time frames, this is looking like a hammer. Not exactly a hammer, but something like a hammer, right? So potentially there could still be more upside for Ethereum Classic, right? Just like Stellar Lumens, Ethereum Classic is in a very controlled fall. So if we get something like this, ladies and gentlemen, we might get an inverse head and shoulders over here, right? And then we could be blasting off for Ethereum Classic, breaking the skinny pink line, super breakout. Potentially, but again, we have to take things one step at a time. We're still not entirely sure. Of course, things can also turn bearish as well. So I don't think Ethereum Classic is ripe for the taking. OKB against BTC. Here we are for OKB. Okay, I don't really like this. We've already touched the skinny pink line. This is not good. We don't like it. But again, OKB also has a knack of not really truly respecting the skinny pink line on the daily, right? Over here, we've been mucking around the skinny pink line, and eventually we broke up, right? But of course, we broke in to under the skinny pink line here. There was a rally before we really truly collapsed, right? So could this be a sign that we could be about to collapse lower, right? Could there be a zip higher before we really truly collapse? But the thing is, I don't really like this. I honestly don't really like this. I'm not saying we can't reach our target that we acquired over here since January, but yeah, the touch of the skinny pink line is not good. Not good at all. OKB against USDT. Here we are for OKB. We're still in a symmetrical though, right? A, B, C. We could still go out for a D and E, right, to break higher. But yeah, again, at the same time, we could also get mountain ranges. So it depends on the price action, whether if we're going to be heading towards the support and bounce off the support, or are we going to rally up towards the resistance and bounce at the resistance. So it depends. If we do this, obviously it's going to be bearish. If we do this, obviously it's going to be bullish. So it all depends upon the wheels of OKB. Where are we going next? Right over here, yeah, I see a shooting star here. So shooting stars are bearish reversals. So we could be heading towards the support, right? And yeah, we could be completing the descending triangle as we head lower. So yeah, this might invalidate our target, but until it happens, remain hopeful that there is still more upside for OKB. TONcoin, TON against BTC. We look at it on CoinEx. Yeah, TONcoin doesn't really look good. It's head and shoulders. Look at this, we collapsed, right? We've been looking at TON week after week after week. And again, the moment we cross the skinny pink line, our bias switches bearish, and so we still expect more downside for TON against BTC. TON against USDT, we'll look at it on Coinex. TON against USD, yeah, still more downside. We still expect these lows to be taken to sub $1. I think we're going back to sub $1. Maybe after that, we might see some sort of a strong bullish reaction towards the upside. But yeah, I wouldn't be opening shots at this point of time. Not at this point of time. Yeah, it just doesn't really look like a bearish continuation chart pattern. So maybe some rallies. I mean, of course, we could still drop lower, but yeah, TONcoin is the next for us. Alright, boys and girls, I guess that's it for today's top 30. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you in the next one. Ta-da!